On today's Fit to Eat, I'll be serving up an Italian frittata with risotto, garlic, roasted red peppers, and basil. I'm going to wrap some melon with prosciutto, serve it with Italian roasted potatoes. Then registered dietitian Rebecca Turner will show us some healthy breakfast options. We visit a local egg farm on our Down on the Farm segment, and special guest Mississippi Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann will help me put all of that together. Welcome back to Fit to Eat. I'm your host, Rob Stinson. Today we have Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann. Mr. Hosemann is an avid hunter who runs marathons and has completed the New York and Boston Marathon. He recently represented Mississippi in the Senior Olympics. And Mr. Secretary, welcome to the show.
It's Delbert.
All right, Delbert.
Or Gilbert, whatever.
No, we'll go to Delbert. That's great, man. Because I tell you what, we're going to get down and dirty, have fun here, and Fantastic. It is a great time. And today what we're going to do is kind of an Italian-style breakfast.
I'm hungry.
I love it. Hey, crew, you're not eating today. All right, the man has spoken. All right, what we're going to do, for an Italian-style frittata, it's typically made with a lot of butter, a lot of pasta, and it obviously would not be gluten-free, and all of our recipes this year are gluten-free. So what we're going to do to really first start is cook some risotto. Now, in Italy, that's like a lovable art where they pan-sear it in olive oil and they add all that fat. Then they add stock to it as they go, and that's usually heavily salted. Yeah. And before you're through, you don't have something really healthy. Right. We're going to do a healthy version, and all we're going to do is take the beautiful risotto with some vegetable stock. Fantastic. And it's about 1 part to 2 parts as a mixture. We're going to put it together and just let that actually steam just like you would rice. So it's a little bit of a healthier way. And let's talk about that stock. That stock is a natural vegetable stock with no salt, no preservatives. So it's really a good, healthy way. And when it ultimately comes out, it's going to have a beautiful brown color to it.
I know Mississippi is one of the largest rice-producing states in the country.
Isn't that great?
And we do our own, and there are people marketing their own rice from the Delta, and it's become a big business. Both long grain and short grain, and regular white, and grits. We now have grits that are made with rice.
Isn't that awesome?
I know, we're doing good.
I tell you what, I think Mississippi is definitely underrated as far as the overall products we produce that go elsewhere.
From sweet potatoes to blueberries.
Vardamon, huh?
I know.
I do sweet potatoes on almost every show, though, so we're not doing them today. I heard you love them.
I do. I can cook them up, and you can slice them and put them in one of these pans with a little syrup on them, and they're really, really good.
Aren't they great? Yeah, we've done them in a variety of ways. What we're going to do right now is kind of get the healthy side of what's going to go in the frittata. And to start off with, we use a zero-fat spray, okay? And it'll help coat this, because eventually we'll have eggs in there. We don't want them to stick.
Right.
Now we're going to throw in all the beautiful stuff, all right? Got to have a little garlic in the morning,
Absolutely.
Just to wake up.
That'll get
little
you started.
Onion, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Now some roasted bell pepper.
I grow those myself.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome.
Not roasted, but just grown.
But right. And we're going to let that go with a little bit of pepper. Got to have the seasoning. You're going to notice one other thing. We don't use any salt. So we're really focused on Fit to Eat on trying to keep the salt content down. This is a little white pepper. And what I find is that if you add enough other seasoning, you really don't miss the salt.
No, there's so much salt in all the preservatives anyway. I mean, if you look at any of the back labels, and people need to start reading the label.
Boy, is that ever the truth.
If you look at the back and you see what percentage of salt it is, you don't need to salt anything.
Isn't that sad, though? And I absolutely agree with you. Most people just do not think to look to see what's in it before they buy it and eat it. They really don't.
Anything in a can's got salt.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, that's kind of the focus of how we got started on this show, to try and really bring Mississippi to a healthier point. And really show this is all done so simple. Now look, a lot of the recipes, I know no one will remember all the details, and that's natural. You can go to mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join our Facebook page at MPB Fit to Eat. either way. Now I'm going to add a little bit of oil here just because when we do add those eggs, I want to have it sauteed.
It smells really good.
Doesn't it? I mean, already?
You can't smell this on TV. It smells really good.
I mean, it's just so simple. We're going to turn that heat down on low.
You know, it's become a tradition in Mississippi now. These little towns all have farmers markets.
Isn't it
and
great?
whatever the potato, sweet potato, whatever the thing is of the day, you can go buy fresh food just about anywhere in Mississippi on a Saturday morning.
Yep.
And cook it any time during the week for your family or your kids when they're coming and going.
I live in Long Beach, and I go to ours on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's amazing. People don't realize how much money they would save, too.
Yeah, it's cheaper, and of course, it's much better for you.
No doubt. No preservatives.
Yeah, the true organic comes out of Mississippi
right.
soil. It's a neat deal.
Yeah, I could not agree more. We're going to throw a little basil in here and then turn that heat down because I'm going to get ready to actually add.
How do you know how much heat to put on it? Are you like
Well,
a low?
what we're doing, I went down, I sauteed it on a little bit hotter heat.
Yeah.
And now I turned it down to a low temperature because when we add the eggs, we don't want to scorch them. So now what we did, all right, the healthier
That's
version.
important for my hunting camp.
That's
they
right.
always scorch the eggs.
They always scorch the eggs.
I know. So
I know, and it's true,
this
though.
is real practical stuff here.
I love it. All right, egg whites, 3.
Yeah.
And this is the healthier omelet. 1 real whole egg. So people are going to say, oh, you can't believe, I don't like egg whites. I'm not going to eat it that way. Watch how much this actually looks just like a normal blend.
Yeah.
It really does. And you really don't miss it. You really do not miss it.
So you go 3 to 1.
Yep, 3 to 1. And I mean, look at that. You know, it really is a
like
perfect
the real
blend.
thing.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Now that we've got that on low, where we're going to go, I'm going to make sure everything is not sticking. And to do that, I deglaze this with a little water. This is a trick. And we're going to put that in. You can see that pan is still good and hot. Get all of that off.
And the water does what?
The water just takes all of that seasoning off the pan.
Okay.
And it puts it right in those vegetables.
Okay, I got you.
And then what we're going to do, and I could do, you know, I'm going to do this the safe way just to be sure we don't have anything stick. I'm going to move this, and I thought about this earlier, right onto a plate. A little bit on the edges is not a problem. Then we're going to take and just spray it one more time so the eggs really will not stick. Place them in the pan on low heat. Okay, there's your problem right there, huh?
Yeah, well, we got a big black skillet, and then we get it up to, no, I don't know what kind of temperature, but it's hot.
All right, and we're going to add those veggies right in and stir them in, and then actually
That's like an omelet.
The trick I have right now is we've already cooked this risotto. And I'm just going to take that risotto. A frittata, again, would be loaded with pasta, so our starch here is the risotto. And easy, it could be rice.
Yeah.
You know, you could use your good, you know, Mississippi grown. That's right. Pop it all around. Turn that on kind of a low heat, which I think we've got it on. And that's about 3/4 of a cup. We started with a 1/4 cup, and it almost doubles in size. So perfect right there.
All natural and all really smells good.
Absolutely. I mean, everything about it is natural. And then kind of a neat trick. We're going to leave it this way on that low heat. And I take another warm pan.
Yeah, we never do that.
And I'm going to leave it that way. On the lowest heat, sometimes it'll cut off, but we're going to leave it on that lowest heat just to kind of get it to roast. We're going to turn this one off over here and let that.
Yeah, it's for.
You know what that's for?
Yeah.
That's for them. Right, staff? Woo-hoo! I hear Ryan out there.
Yeah, hungry staff.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I don't think they ever eat if they don't come in here. So, you know. All right.
This is like a wok. When we started out, we had a wok when we were in school, and of course we were broke. And so, so my wife and I took that wok, and we would put bologna in it, rice in it. You'd cut up a vegetable, bell peppers and everything, and you put a little seasoning in there, and it was fantastic.
Isn't it
amazing? It's just like that. Anything that's got the round heat on it.
It really is, and it's so simple to use. What we're going to do is take a half of this melon, make some beautiful slices. Yeah. We don't need much. We're not going to use it all, and again, the staff will eat well. And then I'm going to have a little trick. First. Okay, here's the trick. Flat, knife flat against it, just like this. And then as you move it, just lower it down, and we're just going to skin that so that we get the pure cantaloupe. Keep that skin on the side. Do the same thing with all 3 pieces.
This is not the first time you've done this.
No, it is, but I tell you what.
It looks great, though.
It's such fresh and beautiful cantaloupe, too, huh? And, I mean, you know, some people I know would get it right into the rind.
Yeah.
But I try and keep it to where it's nice and clean, just like that.
Fantastic.
You know, and then what we'll do, I think we're going to end up going to a little bit of a break. But before we do that, what we're going to do, I mean, when we come back, I want to wrap each piece with a little bit of this beautiful prosciutto. This is the splurge.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's less than an ounce.
Okay.
So we're really not going too far with the overall. And I tell you, today on our nutrition segment, Rebecca talks about the importance of eating a healthy breakfast. She's got some great ideas for you to try at home. And then come on back.
I bet you wish you had $1 every time you heard breakfast was the most important meal of the day. Unfortunately, many hear the statement, but they don't buy into the importance of a morning meal, because breakfast is the meal that is skipped the most. So what is all the fuss about? Well, for starters, breakfast begins your day with the nutrition your body craves. And studies show children who eat breakfast have better attendance in school, improved test scores, and are less likely to be overweight. You know, whether you are an adult or a child, eating a morning meal will improve our mood, sharpen our mind, and prevent us from getting too hungry before lunch. But before you reach for that donut, listen up. Research indicates that the quality of food eaten impacts our cognition. So for this reason, it's best to focus on healthier choices during the school and work week. A balanced breakfast includes 3 of the 5 food groups. That's whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean meats, and low-fat dairy. Here I have some really good choices for you to try. You could do a whole grain oatmeal with a banana, and to boost that calcium, make the oatmeal with milk instead of water. Did you know that an egg a day really is okay? Delicious eggs are common, affordable, and available year-round. Within this protective shell lies a whole food. The incredible nature of their unique nutrient profile makes them an exceptional food for breakfast. You can try them scrambled, over easy, or sunny side up. Or you can boil them. Just be sure to pair it with a whole grain toast or a bowl of fruit. But you know, if you do prefer to get out of the house and go to a restaurant for a sunrise meal, just be cautious of the portion sizes. Typically, fresh baked muffins or bagels are enough for 2 or 3 people. So just buy one and split it. Pairing it with, a cup of fruit or a glass of cold milk would be a great way to start the day. Like a broken record, eat your breakfast.
All right, welcome back. And I tell you, talking about breakfast, I thought it was interesting. Dr. Rick DeShazo, that does Southern Remedy, made a comment to me for the people out there trying to lose weight that it is essential they eat something within 30 to 45 minutes after waking up.
Absolutely. It's the most important meal in the day is a breakfast.
Yep. And I think a lot of people out there think, well, I'm going to starve myself so I can lose weight, and their metabolism never gets going because they do that.
I know. We've read all of that. A glass of water is the best thing you can do for anybody that has a heart problem. You start that process. Getting a healthy breakfast for kids when they go to school, their
Show
grades
better
are
academic prowess.
all the way across. So
unbelievable.
Give them something good to eat to start out the day, and they'll be smarter.
We're working on that right now. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to peek at our frittata. And you can see
that smells good.
All right,
I hate they can't smell this.
Are you ready? Here comes the scary moment. All right, you might want to pull the camera away from me just in case there's an accident.
If it falls on the floor, it'd be just like deer camp. Oh, that looks good.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. I'm going to take it and actually pull that last little piece out from under it. Let's see.
I don't know. It looks pretty good.
I'm gonna cheat.
Right.
I had a backup plan, but I want to make it look so pretty and round. And where we're going to go is right on top. There we go.
Oh, that looks great.
Perfect. Yeah, that was a backup plan.
It smells awesome.
And you know what's really neat about a frittata? You can cook it in Italy. I spent a lot of time in Italy, and when we were there, they'd make a frittata, and they would just eat on it all day. And they make them even thicker. I mean, this is really a healthy version. Theirs is not, but they make it so nice that you can kind of munch on it. And it's great food to eat. It really is. So we're going to hold this in the pan.
All right.
Use this other pan because we're going to do something with some potatoes in a minute. And let's see here. Okay. Let's go back over here.
Get a wrap.
All we do is just roll it up. Now, this, excuse me, is literally less than an ounce of prosciutto. So it's a very, very small, healthy portion.
Got a little salty taste?
Yeah, got a great salty taste. And, you know, there are people that produce this here in our country. I mean, right here in Mississippi.
Yep.
And I think it's a neat product. And look how nice that comes out.
It looks very good.
You know, I mean, just a great, great side dish. We're going to put that over to the side because where we're going now is to grab out, thank you, good reflexes, grab out our potatoes that I've been boiling over here. Bring them right on the cutting board. These have cooked about 5 minutes, so they're nice and tender.
Good.
All right, when we're done with
Also
these.
Mississippi product.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Cut them in half. This one's so big, I'm going to take it and do it in 3 pieces. Because these are going to literally be just pan-seared. You can put these in the oven or pan-sear them. But what I love about them is the blend that Italy uses is so simple. It's garlic, so let's kind of turn this burner back up.
I think everything has
We've
garlic.
already got that spray.
I know, and the pan looks good.
We're going to put a little oil in there with it, because that's the classic version. And the big difference, you know, Delbert, we didn't talk about this. A tablespoon of oil is at least 12 grams of fat. This is less than half a teaspoon. So if there's 2.5 teaspoons in a tablespoon and we're using a half, it's not even 2 grams of fat that goes in.
Is there any difference between like virgin oil, extra virgin oil, extra?
Extra virgin is really a finishing oil. It's so pricey. It's really got a pronounced flavor that I wouldn't ever saute with it.
So it's not needed that you have
No, and it's a nice thing to use to put on top of fresh tomatoes or something in a salad. But it's kind of overkill, so I don't do it. Now we've got just a little black pepper. And then the neat addition all of Italy loves is fresh rosemary.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, I mean, it almost smells like you're walking into a Catholic church, you know, when you when
That's
you
a
get
good
there.
thing, though. You need to go to church. We need church.
All right, now, simple trick. A quick spray on them.
I've never seen that.
Yep.
Boy, I'm gonna be a killer at duck camp this year.
I tell you, man, you're going to be rolling. Huh?
I'm gonna say, how'd you know
all right,
that?
I know you're not going to remember all the recipes, so go to mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat. And honestly, what's so neat about it is you can actually even go watch this whole video. They do a fantastic job of promoting the show.
Yeah.
And all those recipes are right there, so it's an easy way. You know, I think a lot of people have a hard time following recipes. So anyhow, let's go to this down on the farm that we're doing this week. We traveled to Edwards, Mississippi to take a look at the Cal-Maine Egg Farm, a major supplier of fresh Mississippi eggs. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, they're one of the largest in the country.
Well, Fred Adams started what is now Cal-Maine Foods in 1957. It was Adams Enterprises at that time, and the first egg farm that they had was the AA Egg Farm located in Mendenhall, Mississippi. Cal-Maine Foods has been the #1 largest egg producer in the United States for 25 years. You know, you can't hardly think of another company that has led the category of the industry for that many years in the United States, and it's a tremendous accomplishment, and the sale of 1 billion dozen eggs in our 2014 fiscal year was a milestone for the company.
At the facility in Edwards, Mississippi, there are some 1.5 million chickens laying eggs.
We produce 96,000 dozen eggs a day at that location, which is about 672,000 a week, 35 million dozen a year. That's over 419 million eggs produced at that location every single year. And the operation is really a long ways from what we used to do when they hand-gathered eggs, because right now almost none of the eggs are ever touched by human hands. They literally come down a conveyor, they go through a washer where the eggs are washed, they're candled and they're graded, and then they go directly into the carton through the grading machine. And so we turn the cooler there about 3 times a week, which is almost every other day. All of the eggs are turned through that go through that cooler. So The key to be efficient is to make sure that you're providing the freshest eggs you possibly can, and we certainly do that at Edwards. The chickens start laying eggs very early in the morning, and so the plant starts early in the morning, and the key is to be as efficient as possible. So you want to handle all of the eggs as quickly as possible through the system, put them in cartons and in cases and into the cooler, because the customers in many cases are picking them up that day or the next day, and so the egg business moves very, very quickly.
Because the chickens never stop laying eggs, the plant is in operation 365 days a year. And there's a good reason why most of the eggs coming from Edwards are of the white variety.
Most people are just familiar with white eggs. The birds that lay brown eggs are larger birds, and so they consume more feed, and they actually produce slightly fewer eggs than the white chickens that lay the white eggs. And so as a result of that, they're more expensive, and so there is no nutritional difference between white eggs and brown eggs. And so most consumers have gotten accustomed to eating white eggs, and that's why you see brown eggs sold in the supermarket, but it's not a major part of the category. As people move from a carbohydrate diet to a protein-based diet, with the price of beef and pork, eggs have become more attractive. It's still the best value in the supermarket today. Eggs are good for you and they taste good, and we're happy to continue to supply them as efficiently as we can.
All right, welcome back. We're having too much
Cut
fun
that part.
at their expense.
That's
We're having
exactly
too much fun at the staff's expense.
All right.
Okay, anyhow, talking about eggs and production and all,
Right.
we were touching base on some astounding numbers.
Yeah, Mississippi is one of the largest egg producers in the country, and therefore in the world. And we produce eggs here that are shipped all over, and our chickens go all the way to Russia.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it's phenomenal. We have some of the largest chicken manufacturers plants ever here in Mississippi. If you fly around Mississippi, you'll see all of those long places where they keep all the chickens and whatnot. And it's gotten down to a very strong science, and it's a big part of our economy, and a healthy part of our economy.
It's interesting you talk about that too, because at Lookout Steakhouse and Salute Italian, all I use are fresh Mississippi chickens. Never frozen.
Right.
No pesticides, no sodium nitrates, nothing.
Yeah.
And people always comment about the flavor of the chicken. And they're like, what do you do different? It's so almost embarrassing to say you're eating them fresh for the first time. You know what I mean?
When they're grown right up the road, literally.
Right.
It goes through the whole thing. The sweet potatoes, the rice, the chickens, all of it, from muscadines to blueberries. Everything that you really need to eat and is here in Mississippi is raised in Mississippi.
Yeah, and what products, huh? Well, here's where we're going to go on this. We're going to actually get a little head start and slide the frittata right on the plate, and it's almost too big for the plate. Isn't that look great?
No, you did really good there.
All right, let's take these little prosciutto wrapped melons and stick them right on top. Try to, I think people eat with their eyes, so I even took a little bit of the basil that's in the frittata to put right here on the side. I'm going to move it over a little bit because the potatoes are ready. And we're going to take these beautiful...
The aroma.
Now, see how simple that part is?
I know.
And again, we're going to do the same trick to get all that
water in there.
Yep, that little bit of water.
I'm learning.
And I mean, it could be beer, it could be wine, it can be anything that's liquid,
Well, beer would be more apt to be there for.
But see, look how pretty those brown.
Oh, they're great.
And virtually no butter at all. So we're going to set those right on the plate. I love it. The basil on one side, cut that heat off. And I tell you what, that is a really well-balanced breakfast. Now, how would you like to have that when you're out hunting?
When we come back in after duck hunting in the morning, about 10 o'clock, that would be perfect.
Wouldn't it, though?
Yeah, so if you could just come about 9.
Yeah. Y'all heard that. I think I've got a second
9,
job.
Yeah, you start.
Maybe a third job at this point.
That'd be great.
But, I think that's really the fun part of this. Don't forget you can get all of the recipes at mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat. And I tell you what, let's look at the nutritional value of this single serving. This meal, what I like, there's virtually no fat. You've got under 400 calories. You've got your protein that's in there.
Right.
And loaded with protein with your eggs. So what a great way to start the day.
It is.
I mean, unbelievable. It's absolutely delicious. So look, I've got to thank you, Delbert. I won't say secretary, but
thank you, Rob.
Thank you. I mean, this was a blast. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you for coming over here. And I think the neat part about it is you kind of walk the walk. with you doing the marathons, you focused on
Thank
this.
you. We did, the Mississippi Marathon comes first week in January. I've done that every year, the half marathon. It'll be again, now it's grown to 3,000 people. People are becoming more and more aware that you eat healthy and you exercise.
Isn't it great?
And that's what keeps you here for a long time.
Well, I tell you what, I'm Chef Rob Stinson, and I've got to tell you, eat well.